In a small town in Ohio, in a modest garage filled with dusty textbooks and half-built circuit boards, sat a man at a breaking point. His name was Jeff Shelton, mid-career engineer, who once had big dreams of changing the world through design. Life had taken its toll. Layoffs, missed promotions, and the growing sense that his work no longer mattered were chipping away at his confidence. He often asked himself, is this all there is to engineering? Just deadlines and reports? For Jeff, the answer used to be no. He remembered the college days-long nights fueled by coffee, late debates about design philosophy, and that feeling of awe the first time he made something work. But somewhere along the line, that spark had dimmed. And then came the moment that changed everything. One rainy night in 2012, Jeff sat alone in that same garage, scrolling through podcasts for inspiration. He noticed something odd. There were shows about business, medicine, teshivan, woodworking, but where were the engineers? The real ones, the ones who worked behind the scenes, who didn't have flashy startups, but quietly built the world around us? That's when an idea sparked. What if he started a podcast? Not just about engineering, but about being an engineer. The frustrations, the victories, the unseen heroes behind the machines and systems we rely on every day. He knew nothing about audio. He had no audience. And he had no sponsors. Just a voice and a reason. Jeff called up a few friends from the engineering world, colleagues, mentors, even a retired professor. He pitched the idea, let's make a space for engineers to talk like humans, not just about numbers, but about purpose. They laughed, then paused, then said yes. And so, the Engineering Commons was born. It started small. A borrowed mic, GarageBand, conversations recorded between shifts and family obligations. They didn't chase downloads, they chased meaning. And something incredible happened. Emails started coming in, from young engineers who felt alone in their jobs, from students who realized they weren't the only ones struggling, from industry veterans who said, This is what we needed 20 years ago. Jeff realized they weren't just making a podcast, they were building a community. Over time, the show grew. Guests included top engineers, educators, and thinkers. Topics ranged from burnout to breakthroughs, from ethics to entrepreneurship. And Jeff? He found himself again. His voice reached thousands. His passion returned. And perhaps most importantly, he inspired a new generation of engineers to embrace not just the science, but the soul of their work. The podcast didn't make him rich, but it made him fulfilled. He became a mentor, a voice, a leader, all because he turned his frustration into fuel. So if you're out there stuck, doubting, wondering if your work matters, remember Jeff Shelton. He didn't wait for permission. He created something from the quiet, and the world listened. Because true success isn't just about solving problems. It's about connecting people who do.